points, and the Raptors, as we've seen during this win streak, during the earlier parts of the season, they are locked in defensively, which is feeding their offense.
Well, the turnovers, 3 for 5, Eric, and I'll look at the pace, too. Raptors get a turnover, they get the ball, they're pushing it up the court, and they're getting easy baskets. Right now, half their points are in the paint.
Out of the timeout, Cleveland with the ball as Colin Sexton brings it across center on the logo at center, goes over to Garland on the far side, lobs it over to Mobley. Mobley with a foot inside the arc, guarded by Barnes. Barnes out on the perimeter on the big man Mobley. The two of them have both had solid starts to their rookie campaigns. Now Mobley trying to back down toward that right block, goes high off glass. Hey, that's good defense, but better offense from Mobley.
That's a big man's move by Mobley. Really, really tough shot.
Van Vliet on the near side. Comes around a screen set by OG. Holding the ball, now finding Anunoby. Inside the arc. Trying to work on Wade. Wade sticking those hands in as OG gets into lane. Tried to jab back to the free throw line. Now passes out to Achua. Late in the shot clock. Precious for 3. And Cleveland did a nice job defensively on that one.
They did. OG didn't force it either. Would have been nice to see maybe one more pass from Precious after a little dribble penetration.
Sexton dribble penetration into the lane, missed the shot, but it's kept alive by Allen, who finds Mobley, who missed it, and then it's guided back into the 10 by Colin Sexton.
Well, again, Raptors can't get into a jumping contest.
12-9, 4 straight for the Cavs. Freddie Van Vliet in the lane, thought there was contact, doesn't get the call, and the Cavs have to stop the ball. A 3 could tie it, a deuce brings them within 1. Cleveland looking better since that last time out. Garland, far side, driving down toward the baseline, then drops it off to Allen, who lost the ball, and then a late whistle comes in. I'm not sure about that one. I thought he lost the handle.
Well, we'll get a look at it on the replay from courtside. You mentioned Cleveland playing better since the timeout, Eric. They've stopped turning it over.
Yep.
And able to get the ball up on the glass and have Allen and Mobley and these guys crashing the glass.
And now Jetty Osman checks into the ball game, as does the veteran Ricky Rubio. Rubio immediately looks over at the Raptor bench, basically steals the call from Nick Nurse, and looks over at the Cavs bench and calls out the play. That's a veteran, man. He knows what's coming.
Well,
or at least he assumes so.
Well, even if you do, you got to be able to stop it. And it's about the execution if you're Toronto.
Barnes over to Achua above the arc, far wing. Achua holding the ball. 10 gone from the shot clock already. Now it ticks down to 8. 7. Van Vliet driving on the near side. Got by Allen, gets under the 10. Tried to kick it back out to the perimeter and tossed it right between Anunoby and Trent. First turnover of the game for Toronto.
I thought Freddie had a lane to go up.
So did I. The looming presence of Jared Allen, though, Jonesy.
He's usually really good at those kind of tough finishes in the paint.
Ricky Rubio gets towards the paint, then turns the corner along the baseline, goes all the way under the 10 and fires back out to Wade, who puts it on the floor and goes right at the rim and lays it in. Rubio broke down the D there.
Straight line drive by Wade. Close out to touch, and then move your feet to keep them in front of you.
So the Cavs with 7 straight now on a 7-0 run. They've tied the game 12-12. The Raptors scoreless since that last time out. We're going 2+ minutes without a bucket on the board for the Raptors as Gary Trent leaves a layup short. And the Cavs could grab the lead right here. It'd be their first of the game. Osman triple near side, no good. Rebound, Achua. Across center, Van Vliet. Over on the far side to Barnes. Barnes was just pushed with 2 hands by Ricky Rubio. No call. Barnes passes cross court to Anunoby, to Trent for 3. What an extra pass from OG, and Trent was locked and loaded.
Well, Scotty's pass was really impressive. After the double team, the diagonal pass is usually open, and he found him.
Rubio in the lane, hit in the face. Raptors got away with one. Rubio is down, and he's checking to see if he's bleeding as he took a shot right across the nose. In the process, the ball still stayed with the Cavs, and as Jared Allen went up, he was fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line after Achua takes his second foul.
You're going to have to box Jared Allen out. I mean, Achua, Birch, used to rebounding and using their length to, and their athleticism. Can't do that with this guy. He is just as long, just as athletic. So it's about really keeping him off the glass.
So Mykhailiuk comes into the ballgame for the Raptors.
He's done a really, really nice job.
As does Kem Birch. Achua sitting down, so does Scotty Barnes. And you're right, Jonesy. Svi looked fantastic, and I thought he opened up the floor well as well in the absence of Barnes.
Well, look, people know him as a shooter, so they'll honor that, but it's the other things he's doing as well.
Van Vliet to Anunoby, gets to the free throw line, then a little stop and go. Allen bit, and OG danced on by.
Got him with the hesitation, stutter dribble.
Raptors leading 17-14. Wade with an up fake, put it on the floor. Drew in defenders, goes into the corner to Sexton, the near corner, missed the triple. And as the Raptors crash for the rebound, we've got no foul.
Well,
Nick Nurse wanted the loose ball as two of his players went flying out the saloon doors.
Well, they were hit in the back by Allen crashing. And I'll say this again, Eric. I mentioned it earlier. I'll reiterate it. Jarrett Allen now is like one of those stray cats or dogs that you feed. You feed them once, they keep coming back.
Yep.
And he's had a taste on the offensive glass. He's already got 4 rebounds. So he'll be all over it. It might be too late tonight for that, but you are going to have to block him out.
Windler comes into the ball game for the Cavs. As Kem Birch just snuffed out Colin Sexton right at the rim. Birch flying out of nowhere and knocked that thing back into the Cavs bench. What a block from Kem Birch.
Well, it must have been the angle because I thought it was right over the cup myself, and I wouldn't have been surprised to see a goaltend. But
what am I going to say to you, Jonesy? Take it and run.
Yep. Every time.
Take it and run. Windler getting it into Rubio on the near sideline in front of his own bench. Puts it on the floor. Then tried to fire a pass over into the far corner, and there was nobody there. I mean, nobody.
Well, there was somebody there, and they started cutting. And that's a lot of you see that a lot in the NBA. Guy drives, and people start cutting to the basket to help him out if he gets stopped up or jammed up.
Van Vliet across center court. Finds Anunoby, guarded by Osman, back to Freddie. Freddie around a Birch screen, frees himself on the near side now, shakes up Sexton, gets to the free throw line, up fake, sidestep, shoots it, misses, and the rebound goes to Osman.
Great up fake, but Freddie didn't quite get his balance when he squeezed the trigger.
Osman still with the ball as he comes back, goes back out to Windler, who hands to Rubio. Rubio, wearing the number 3, around an Allen screen, drives in, kicks out on the wing to Windler, in the far corner to Osman for 3, and the Cavs have tied the game at 17.
Well, nice extra pass there by Windler, and Osman, a good shooter, locked and loaded.
3:45 to go, opening quarter, 17 apiece. Van Vliet above the arc, out on the far wing, guarded by Osman. Now goes inside the arc at the far elbow to Anunoby, trying to back down on Sexton and use that size. Allen is looming with the extra help. And a step back off 1 foot, kind of Dirk Nowitzki style. OG Anunoby buries the jumper from 16 feet.
Really nice move by OG.
Rubio into the lane, throws it up. I thought he was maybe looking for the lob to Allen. Missed the shot, gets his own rebound back, though, in traffic. Second chance time, and there's the lob. But Allen misses the dunk, and they're going to call OG for the body and send Allen back to the free throw line, and that'll be OG's second foul.
Well, got to be careful of that now. OG can't get into foul trouble. He's a staple, a mainstay on the defensive end, and we've seen what his offense has been like the last handful of games.
Delano Banton, the local product, getting set to check in for Fred Van Vliet. He'll come in after the first free throw from Jarrett Allen. Banton has climbed the charts in the first couple of weeks of the season to the point where he is the primary guy coming off the bench for Van Vliet. Nick Nurse taps him on the shoulder right now before Dragic, before Malachi Flynn.
Well, length, athleticism, ball handling, decision making is the package that comes with Delano Banton.
3:15 to go in the opening quarter as Allen makes good on the free throws. So the big man taking care of business at the stripe. 5 of 6. He's tied the game at 19. Trent, what a beautiful move on Windler. And he missed the shot. Man, that would have been all over the highlight shows but the Raptors get the ball knocked around into the hands of Delano Banton, who puts it back in, so a second chance opportunity pays dividends. Allen for Cleveland, guarded by Birch. Gives it up to Rubio on the far side. Rubio brings it down toward the baseline, then goes up and under the tin, but left is reversed short. Allen couldn't squeeze, and the Raptors have the ball.
Got to keep Allen off the glass. There he is again, in deep. I mean, you might be inside him, but you might be too close to the basket, and he might actually have prime position, considering proximity to the rim. So you got to do a better job of blocking him out.
2:40 to go, opening quarter. Raptors on top by 2, 21-19. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by